What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to have the showdown of the two worst Star Wars characters in the history of the universe. And coincidentally, they both appeared in the same film. We are talking about Vice Admiral Holdo, played by the great Laura Dern. Let's make that clear. While Holdo is a terrible character, Laura Dern is an amazing actress. Good job on that one, Rian Johnson. You take an amazing actress and you just put her in this awful, awful role. My God, how do you pull something like that off? And then we have Rose Tico, played by Kelly Marie Tran, who is a wonderful person by all accounts. Her interviews, she is a sweetheart. She is such an amazing person. And how Rian Johnson took her and turned her into Rose, the most unlikable character ever, is beyond me. This man's talent is incredible. It's just in the wrong direction. But both of these characters are terrible. They've both done the impossible, and they have both taken Jar Jar Binks and made him look a little bit better. And as a prequel defender, as someone that loves the Clone Wars, Jar Jar is awful, and I've never said different. The Clone Wars episodes where Jar Jar is in, I can't even take them seriously. My God, the Mace Windu episode with Jar Jar late in the Clone Wars, probably the single worst episode of Clone Wars ever. It was horrible. But that's not who we're talking about. We're talking about Holdo versus Rose. And I've heard a lot of debate. Some people think Rose is the worst. Some people think Holdo is the worst. What is my opinion on this? Well, we've got Holdo, who basically was put into the film for a couple of reasons. Number one, to make Poe Dameron a man's man in The Force Awakens, a hotshot pilot who was pretty cool and a badass, turn him into an out-of-control man who needed to be put in his place and taught a lesson. And also, she existed so she could have one of the coolest moments in the film, all while letting Admiral Akbar just get treated like a, 10th-rate character and let him just die off. So that was Holdo's whole entire existence, was to basically make a cool-ass character like Poe Dameron, turn him into just an out-of-control man who needed to be put in his place, and to treat Admiral Akbar like a piece of shit. Then we have Rose Tico. Why did Rose exist? Well, number one, for forced diversity. And number two, she existed to derail the entire film, basically, and take us to Canto Bight. Why did we go to Canto Bight? Nobody knows. It definitely didn't benefit the film, but do you know what we did do in Canto Bight? We got to preach about anti-capitalism. Yes, you heard it here first. Disney wanted to preach about anti-capitalism. Let me repeat that one more time. Disney wanted to preach about anti-capitalism. You can laugh. I'll give you a few minutes. Okay. Then they also wanted to free the space horses, because why wouldn't you free the space horses? Why wouldn't you do that in a Star Wars movie? Because that's exactly what you would do, right? Everybody went to see Star Wars to see a pro-animal rights message. I clearly love animals. I don't need it in my Star Wars. Then we have the all-time worst moment in Star Wars history on Crate, when Finn, who was a good character in The Force Awakens, turned into a moron in this movie, thanks to Rose. And then Finn was going to have this heroic moment, being incredibly brave, incredibly selfless, and then what happens is Rose Tico comes and saves the day and knocks him out of the way. There are AT-M6s sitting right there, feet from them, and then she plants the worst Me Too kiss in the history of cinema on him. Hashtag Me Too. Poor Finn was sexually assaulted against his will, and for that reason, the winner of this match is Rose Tico. Hands down. You cannot sexually assault another character and get away with it. That is not good, and I am offended by this action. I'm clearly joking from that sense, but yes, Rose is the winner. I think Rose is the worst character ever. I think she's worse than Holdo. I think that there's a valid argument for Holdo and how terrible she is, and I'm sure many of you are going to make that point. But for me, Rose, she hurt the film far more than Holdo did. And I didn't like either one of them. And again, valid arguments for both, but Rose is the worst. And I'm going to stand by that. You can't have, like, that kiss is so bad. It's so bad. So bad. And ruining that moment for Finn is so bad. So Rose is the worst character in Star Wars history. That's my stance on this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Ryan Johnson, you SOB, you are a special talent to take the great Laura Dern and to turn her into such a horrible character, and to take, my little girl's coming to see me. Come here, honey. To take Laura Dern and to turn her into such a terrible character, and to take a sweetheart like Kelly Marie Tran and turn her into such a unlikable character in Rose, to derail an entire Star Wars film. Whew. Anyway, I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Say hello to Leia. She's a sweetheart. And we will talk to you guys later.